For washing blood, you will need the following: a centrifuge, 2 50 ml centrifuge tubes, PBS, turkey blood or chicken blood, and 2 transfer pipettes, as well as some paper towels. To prepare the turkey blood for washing, first swirl the contents and then remove the label, placing it in the blue book located on the left-hand side of Lindsay's room. Look for the H3N2 tag. H3N2 tag. And flip through the pages with the labels on them. Place this label in the next available spot, which will be this one right here. The next step is with your 2 50 ml centrifuge tubes, write the following: turkey blood, the lot number located on the label, the date, and your initials. On the other side, write wash and then 1, 2, 3. Then pour the contents of the bottle into both the tubes. It should be about 50 ml each. Next, turn the centrifuge on with the switch on the side nearest to the cryostat and wait for it to boot up. While you're doing that, you can place your centrifuge tubes into the centrifuge. If the size isn't right, just remove it and there's more on the side. Place the tube into the centrifuge, close the door, make sure you lean on it to make sure it's closed, and then using program to enter start, you will spin the blood at 10 minutes for 2,000 RPM for 10 minutes, and it should be refrigerated. Once you remove the tubes from the centrifuge by pressing the door button on the lower right-hand side of the panel, open the tubes and pour off the supernatant. The supernatant is the stuff on top, and the cells are the dark red on the bottom. Pour off just the supernatant. Next, fill the tube to about 45 to 50 with PBS. Close the lid tightly, and then mix by gently rocking back and forth. Next, mark off the number 1 and repeat with the other 2. Once you've filled with PBS and mixed them gently, place them back into the centrifuge, close the door tightly, and hit enter and start. It will spin for another 10 minutes at 2,000 RPM. Once you remove the tubes, once again, by hitting the door button on the lower right-hand side of the panel, open the tube and pour off the supernatant. The supernatant should be fairly clear with no cloud, not cloudy, not pink. Pour off only the supernatant. Again, fill up to the 45 or 50 ml mark with PBS. Close the lid tightly. Gently rock to mix. And mark off the number 2. Repeat with the other tube. Again, place the tubes in the centrifuge, close the lid tightly, making sure to press down until you hear it click, and hit enter and start. It will spin for another 10 minutes at 2000 RPM. Once you remove the tubes from the centrifuge, we're going to do something a little different this time. You'll notice that there's a thin film of chunky, whitish, beigeish cells on top of the red blood cells. These are the white blood cells, and we need to remove them. So, first we're going to open up the tube and take our transfer pipette and we're going to suck up as much of the white blood cells as we can while leaving all the red blood cells behind. Try to get all the white blood cells. You can just squirt them down the drain. After that, go ahead and pour off the PBS once again and refill with fresh PBS up to about the 45 or 50 ml mark. Close the lid tightly and mark off the number 3. Then repeat with the other 2. This will be our last cycle in the centrifuge. Go ahead and put the tube in and close the door tightly. Hit enter and start, and it will spin for another 10 minutes at 2000 RPM. Now, for some reason, someone uses the centrifuge in between cycles. Go ahead and just hit program to enter and start instead of just enter and start. The last step is to pour off the PBS one last time, leaving the red blood cells in the tube. Once you've done that, you can close the cap tightly and repeat with the other tube. Then place it in the Fisher refrigerator, which is located nearest 1409A.